Gary and great-grandma Willson having accomplished visiting son Rob and Nancy in Texas, his 4 granddaughters in Oklahoma. A departure found them in Gary's son's Nissan. Traversing north on Interstate 35 to Wichita, Kansas, the elder Willsons to visit his youngest daughter Sandra, her husband Jeremy and the latest grandson Brennan. An arrival at the Berzer residence on West 18th in Wichita, his daughter Sandra a welcoming sight. Scott desiring an immediate U-turn, having to work that night, Gary grateful for his eldest son's assistance. The Berzer home was inviting, a 2-storied structure with a superbly finished basement entertainment and office room with a large LCD screen, a sectional and Jeremy's desk. Great-grandma delighted with Brennan, who was just beginning to walk, knowing that this newfound experience was fun, his smile a lively exponent reflection of Jeremy and Sandra. The morning found Sandra desiring to shop for Brennan, Gary, and his mother about to enter Sandra's BMW mode of transportation, when Gary noticed, above the rear fender of Jeremy's pickup parked in the driveway, a bullet hole. Gary questioning his daughter about the abnormality. Sandra laughing, replying she wasn't supposed to say anything about it. But during a visit by Rob, his concealed handgun fell to the ground discharging, resulting in a bullet hole in Jeremy's pickup, Gary saying he wouldn't tell anybody. Sandra with Brennan firmly positioned in his car seat, she proceeded to take Dad and Grandma on a tour of Wichita. Gary discovering Wichita had changed, it being almost 10 years since his days of frequenting this majestic city. The evening found his son-in-law adorning his culinary expertise, providing an outstanding specialty meal, including an adorning glass of wine. Jeremy securing a day off from work, entertaining all for a luncheon engagement at a favorite bistro adjoining Old Town, a pavilion that mimicked Bricktown in Oklahoma City. Gary remembering when the area was first resurrected from the old abandoned warehouse district and now a showplace for a menagerie of culinary and live entertainment events. With a solemn feeling, departure time, and a return to California having descended, Gary once more having a feeling of loss, a farewell to the meaningful people in his life. Jeremy providing transportation in the morning hour to Wichita Mid-Continent Airport. Gary and his mother boarding a United Airlines flight for their return journey to Modesto. Unlike the Boeing 757 non-stop flight to Texas, the smaller 737 was destined to Denver, a connecting flight to San Francisco awaiting. The delay in Denver was short-lived, but during the escalator travel between gates, Gary noticing that his mother didn't look well. Questioning her about her medication, finding that her nitroglycerin patch that she was required to apply at high altitudes was never exercised, a brief halt was made, the stubborn matriarch Willson complying. Gary enjoying the flight from Denver, having traversed this journey many times before, never a monotonous journey. The scenic view from above an August array displayed below the buoyant aircraft. A gentle touchdown at the San Francisco International Airport, a 2-hour delay before a welcomed boarding on SkyWest to Modesto. The traveling couple finding an interesting display at SFO, an exhibit of the history of gambling slot machines. The walkway between terminals, lined with these historical relics from the past. Both finding the history absorbing, stopping, and reading the placard that accompanied each exhibit. The short Embraer 120 flight to Modesto was enhanced. Upon arrival, Gary expecting his sister Nancy to meet them and return her mom home to Columbia. To his surprise, it was his sister Catherine and husband Donald. The transient adventure fulfilled, Gary said in one respect that it wasn't shared with Fran, but happy to be back. Giving his mom a loving parting hug, thanking her for the time they spent on their journey and their togetherness. His sister and brother-in-law's short visit ending before continuing on, and as they left, Gary mentioning to Fran, this was only the third time in 9 years that his sister Catherine, who lives only 70 miles from Modesto, had ever visited. He guessed she didn't have much to say.